That's what the fire inspector said. It's pretty clear what caused the fire. I've got a million thoughts in my head. What are we going to do? What direction are we going to head? I want to get everybody together and I want to get their thoughts on the table. I want to check back with these guys and see what's going on. Well, guys, I wanted to get you together today because I've been doing a lot of thinking about what the heck's going on and what are we going to do. And, you know, just to be completely honest with you all, and always am, obviously, my brain has been all over the place. It's been everywhere from, do we come back at all, or do we just say heck with it and sell the place, or, you know, and if we do come back, what's it going to look like? And, you know, it's probably shocking to even hear me say that there was a consideration for selling, but, you know, it's easy to get beat up over these kind of things. But I was just thinking, and I based my final decision on exactly what we had. And a part of what we had was great staff. We have great customers. And I think that we do need to build back. We do need to do something that's different, bigger, better. But I wanted to get you all together today so that we could talk about this and get a little bit of direction from you guys. So I know you all have been thinking about it. What are maybe some of the things that have come to mind?
Well, I think that we should get rid of the driving range to save money. Losing money every year on it. I know it may be a beneficial thing for the golfers to have, but in the long run, I just don't think it's financially feasible.
Okay. I could see that. I mean, obviously it's not. It's a big piece of property, and it's not really turning any money. But I guess one of my concerns is, do you think that it's a benefit to the members to the point that if we got rid of it, you know, it would really make the members mad? Or is there something we could do different?
Golf simulators are pretty popular right now, indoor golf.
Okay. And you think you could maybe replace some of the, I don't know, the member benefits, so to speak, of having a driving range with having them go to a golf simulator?
No, absolutely. They can play 18 holes on there. They have golf courses that they have. I could give golf lessons on there.
Oh.
It gives you data on like ball speed, swing path, spin rates. I mean, there's a lot of data on those simulators that are very beneficial that I can't do down on the driving range.
So
You could have golf leagues on them too. You
I
can
was
do
gonna
simulator
say, I've heard
leagues.
people say that they do simulator golf leagues during the winter,
Yes.
where you couldn't really do that in the summer.
Yeah.
It's a good wintertime thing, I think.
So really, it almost sounds like it'd be better.
I think, yes.
And maybe, I don't know, maybe throw out a short fence someplace that they could do live swinging into that wouldn't take up a lot of room.
You could put up an outdoor net, hitting net.
Okay. Permanent setup where, yeah, okay.
Would you put this simulator in here, or if we built a new restaurant? Or
I think we put it in a restaurant and just make maybe one big hub for all the activity.
Like a golf area, an area for the golfers.
How
Yeah.
many simulators would you put in? Would you need?
2, 3, 4.
Okay, we'll check that out and do a little bit of research on it. 2 to 4 simulators. And yeah, what do you guys think about it? I know you're not golfers, but
I mean, I think it would be beneficial for the winter months for sure to have leagues all year round instead of just during golf season. Yeah.
well, and if you think any reason to bring people here in the wintertime is going to help the restaurant
Absolutely.
sales.
Absolutely.
Yeah, capturing that golf crowd, especially in the winter, would be perfect. If we could keep leagues going through the winter, that would be wonderful.
that would be awesome.
Okay. Next big question. We have a sizable driving range out there, so what are we going to do with that property? Because we need something that's going to make some money rather than something that's just going to sit there. What do you guys think about that?
Might be a little crazy, but I think you should put a campground in there.
A campground.
A campground, I think that camping's big. I mean, not everybody loves to camp, but there's a big camping community out there. And, people spend money on their campers and their trucks, and they want to take them someplace. And you make it nice, and people will come.
Well, okay. I'm not a camper.
And you're not a golfer.
Hey, he's becoming a golfer.
And I'm not a swimmer. I don't like pools. So why not put something out here that I can't do?
How about pickleball?
I think so. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but getting back to the campground, in all seriousness, I want the place to be nice. I think that's something that we can do better at. And it's not, and I'm not saying that because we weren't doing a good job. We were just working with what we had to work with. So I think with the new building and all that, we can have a really nice place here. I'm a little worried about campgrounds because I don't want Cousin Eddie showing up. I don't want it to be shabby looking. So you're a camper, Andy.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you?
I mean, certainly.
Help me out here.
Certainly, there are campgrounds that you can go to that if you want to primitive camp, that you can camp. But that's not, I think, what we would be going for here. With a restaurant and the golf course and stuff like that. I would think we could. A lot of campgrounds have limitations on how old RVs are. Basically, you can refuse, service to somebody based on, their quality of their rig or whatever. And a lot of campgrounds they would just put an arbitrary year, like it might be 10 years old for the camper, or it might be 15. Or sometimes they have to send a picture if it's, questionable, right? Like they might have a 2004, but they keep it really nice, and they send you a picture of it, and you can.
You're approved.
So basically, you're and if you have full hookups and you make it really nice, you're going to attract a crowd of people that want to come out here to a nice place. So I think you can sort of keep the Cousin Eddies out. And not that, again, there's a place for everybody, but that might.
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So if you're going to a really nice campground, what are they going to have there as far as you mentioned hookups? I don't even know what that is.
Well, you got all your utilities, right? Sewer,
Okay.
electric, water, and some campsites will just have electric hookups, or some will have electric and water. But your full hookups, which sort of adds the premium cost, is the sewer.
Okay.
If you're right at your campsite, you can just dump, right?
Yeah.
Tailor your camper.
Yeah,
So
I mean, you're on a concrete slab. You pull up, you're on a concrete slab. It's completely level. You've got all of your hookups right there. You're putting your hose in. I mean, you don't have to go to the dump station. You're not taking your camper, hooking it up, taking it to the dump station, hooking your hose up into a completely different area just to dump. If you're there for a significant amount of time, if you're staying a week or more, you're going to have to dump at some point, which means you're moving your camper to the dump station to hook up. And if you've got full hookups, you're not moving your camper at all. You're staying right there on your slab the entire stay that you're there, and all of your stuff's there.
Okay, so like concrete slabs to pull your camper.
The leveling, like when you pull in, if you're pulling into concrete, you're more than likely going to be level. If you're on gravel or grass and you're pulling in, you're working with all of your levels.
you got to level out your camper, and you could spend an hour plus
yes.
maybe trying to level out your camper.
Rebacking up, pulling back in, setting your jacks down. I mean, it's a complete time.
Putting blocks under your
Yes.
wheels if you need to, and that's where, as Taylor mentioned, the level. Like somebody pulls in, sets up, and all they have to do is get out and
Hook up.
unhook from their truck. Essentially,
Very
that
beneficial.
process is easy. They're going to enjoy that more than you got to
Well,
put
how about
blocks.
Spending 2 hours
Yeah,
as opposed to like less than 30
I would much
minutes.
rather just pull in and just get out, drop the jacks, and set up.
Okay.
How much
Because-
property is down at the driving range, and how much property do you need for a campground?
I've seen campgrounds of all different sizes.
Yeah, there's about 37 acres there.
So, I mean, 37 acres, depending on how much of it is usable, because I'm assuming you're talking around the pond and everything like that.
Yeah.
And that is, you know, some of that's unusable space, especially, you know, the dips and stuff like that. And I'm not a excavator, so I don't know
Right.
exactly how that vision would work. But there's quite a bit of area for campsites, but I will say that to make a nice campground, I think as you're a camper as well, that you want a little space between people. I think that's what also makes a nice campground more desirable, is if you have a little bit of space between you and your neighbor. Not that you won't get along with your neighbor.
So you can set up your front yard and get all
You
your
can set
lights
up
around your
front yard,
awnings and your
well,
chairs.
you can enjoy
and your-
yourself,
yeah.
you know. And,
Yeah.
and some campgrounds have dog parks and
Walking areas.
walking areas and bathhouses.
I'm just thinking that's going to have a huge effect on a restaurant to have people here, and I understand. I think that campers a lot of times they'll have their own stuff and cook their own meals, but I just can't help but think that
It would be nice to not have to do it the whole time though.
right, if you
Yeah.
have a nice
Maybe
restaurant
one-
to go to that's just like right over there, you don't even have to get in your
Or
car.
even for dinner, like you're just, you're done for the day, you've been
And then
outside
we
all
rent
day,
them golf
you've
carts
you've
to
been
go
outside
around.
playing, you've been swimming all day, got
Just-
the kids, just
Right. I
go.
mean, yeah, and it's
And not
nice.
have to worry about cleaning up or, you know, dumping your sink out because you don't want to fill your tank up. I mean, you've got to, all of those things you have to take into consideration, like the water going into your sink is draining in your tank. I mean, you've got to, I mean,
So the areas that we have that are, I don't know, we have some areas that are not on the driving range around here. And we have some areas on the driving range that you mentioned, leveling and all that and excavation work. Well, what about the areas that we have that we're not using, but we really can't level it for an RV or something? I wonder what we could do with that. Any ideas?
I mean, I think we could probably put some other, you know, like
Type
tiny
of-
houses, you know.
Oh, okay.
You know, there's that area back on 14 and 16 that I love. I know that I've talked about it all the time. And I've always thought it would be a good area for a tiny home or a tree house or something of that nature. And I know it's on the course, but, you know, we had talked about stay and play previously. And those are, you know, I think would be a very cool experience because tree houses are pretty big rage.
I love that idea. The tree houses, I think that'd be super
Yeah,
cool.
I don't
And
know how.
tiny homes.
You know, it's an idea, but it is also a lot of work. Obviously, you gotta get utilities out there, or find some way to do all the things we talked about on the campground hookups, right? Electric, water, sewer of some sort.
But you need your play and stay option because your golfers.
I love the tiny
aren't
house,
your-
yeah.
Aren't gonna
I
be
know.
your campers. So
Right.
you need the play and stay option, that's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you can do around
Say, I know a
around
lot
the
of
pond
camping
there.
golfers.
You know,
Yeah.
how much like how that would work, but it would be cool unless you have campsites right up next to the pond and charge a little bit more for that water access. But if you put houses or tiny homes around there, that may be something that you're offering fishing and boat rentals or whatever, just to scurry around the pond and stuff like
paddle boats.
boats.
I think paddle boats.
Oh,
would
paddle
be-
boats,
I
yeah.
think, especially with campgrounds and stuff, that's something kid friendly that the kids will be able to do with their families, and I think the paddle boats would go over well.
Do the golfers, are they gonna mind, like, if you're golfing out there and the pond's right there and people are all
We
around,
put a
is
net
that
up.
gonna interfere?
Yeah, we could do
in
like
any
a
way?
net, because
Sound
Like
You
right
know-
down here off one, once
Yeah.
you go down the dip.
I don't think the noise
I
of
don't
the
think it affected.
campground will affect people on
On the-
lawn.
I don't think so
Okay.
either.
And
Yeah.
usually campgrounds, like you have like, not really like a curfew, but
A
like
quiet
a
time.
quiet time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To where you like,
You're
and
not
it's-
at,
they're really not, I mean,
It's also, that's
It's
pretty
not
much
rowdy.
like, yeah, that's
I mean-
golf time though, is their
Yeah.
non-quiet time,
I
so,
mean, it's,
but,
campgrounds
Well-
really aren't that rowdy.
no, they're not. And I mean,
Calm, it's
yeah.
calm, you're.
Everybody respect, well,
Yeah.
not everybody, but most of the ones I've been to, people respect their neighbors. They're
Oh,
not
absolutely.
running, listening to music at the top end,
Yeah.
so
you set your
everybody
rules.
can- Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
basically, if you don't set your rules and you don't abide by them,
That's
the
what
goal,
you need to do.
the goal is to have a great place. And if you have a great place, you can charge more for the people that are coming here. And so, the motivation financially and every other way is going to be to keep it clean, keep it nice, and we'll have possibly some people that will be staying either in campers, I guess, or maybe the tiny homes that get a little bit close to the course, but then they build all these courses and subdivisions.
Right.
You see people. I played on one where usually there's a house that's selling used golf balls because they land in the yard. So it'll just be an adjustment, but I think it'll be okay. What do you think, Bruce?
I think it'll be all right. Yeah.
I don't think it affected that much.
No.
Yeah. No matter what we do, it's going to be nice. And I think the most important thing is that we make it financially stable. We don't want to kick the can down the road by making a little improvement, that kind of gets us by. We need for it to be financially successful so we can keep building it and keep improving it as time goes on. Man, we're going to need a huge restaurant with all these people, I think. But I got my homework cut out for me because I don't know anything about camping, and I want to check into that and look at it from a business standpoint. What's it going to take to do this type of business? Tiny homes, tree houses. We're going to need laundry services and housekeeping services and more restaurant and more of everything. But yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Well, I think too, when you have the campgrounds, like you can do more of the Halloween stuff, you can do more of the holiday stuff,
yeah.
where they have little parades, or they decorate their golf carts, or decorate their campground for.
So
You have little
there's
contests for that.
Parade. So my aunt and uncle just bought like a permanent site, and their camper stays there. Their camper does not leave, which is something that we could potentially in the future.
They have those in
offer.
several places.
Yeah, possibly,
And
yeah.
they have a golf cart with it.
Oh,
and
cute.
every Saturday they have a parade. Every Saturday, regardless. And they decorate their golf carts and they go up and down the campgrounds and they throw out candy to all the kids. I mean, it's
Yeah, that's cool.
it's
I know my sister used to camp, and they'd go to the horse park, or they'd go other places,
Yes.
like Greenbow. They've been to Greenbow, and
Kincaid-
they do all kinds of little
Kincaid
things like
does
that.
an awesome
Halloween.
thing.
I've always,
Every
I've heard
year
about
we take
Kincaid
cars
for
to
years.
For Halloween.
Yeah.
And like if we did something like that, the clientele that we would pull, that we would get from that would be, it's
Huge.
awesome. They come, there's contests, there's adult contests, there's kids contests, there's couples contests, you dress up, you trick or treat, you go to every camper, just like you would go to a subdivision or, a little, it's awesome.
Well, here's the thing: if you have people that are staying on site, and I don't know, it could be in the hundreds, then there's what you do with those guys and what you provide for services and fun and to entertainment and all that. It's the possibilities are endless.
Well, no, when we were doing our bands before, we drew a lot of people. If we have the tiny
Yeah.
homes, people could stay there. I feel like because people come from out of town to see those bands, like we're getting bands from Ohio,
Yeah.
they have a place to rent for their people. And they can all stay,
Oh, yeah, that would
And
be
we've been
great.
doing more and more bachelor parties too, I've noticed this past year on the golf course.
on
We've
the
had more
golf
and more
course.
bachelor parties too out here.
We
think
could
they're
even have an outdoor stage down there. It's
Like a little small stage.
Like a small stage for like acoustic or something.
Yep.
Nothing too big, because when you are camping, that's like a relaxing time.
You want it
The kids
private,
can-
yeah.
The kids can run freely, and you're not worried about where they're, if they're going to be in trouble or if they're going to be hurt, and you're just wanting to relax. But
Well, you
like,
mentioned bachelor parties. We could have wedding parties
Yep.
here. So for the wedding event, we would have a place
For everyone to stay.
for everybody to stay, and man, that just puts that in a different category.
Well, because when you do weddings and you do concerts, you have people coming from all over the place, so they need places to stay.
yeah, I agree.
Yep.
There's not a lot of options in Pendleton County, so I feel like that's a
not?
good thing. No, there's more now, but
Well, I just think it's fantastic. Any other ideas or thoughts that you guys want to throw out there?
I might have too many ideas, so I'll just be quiet.
Man,
We like the ideas.
Put the simulators in the bar.
yeah, that'd be fun, wouldn't it, for people
That would
to
be a great idea.
watch?
Yeah, that would.
Oh yeah, like a bar lounging type simulator.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want somebody watching me when I simulate. I'm not very good with it. It hits that wall, and I'm like every time jump.
Well, I tell you,
It's neat though.
I've been thinking, you know, since I decided that we need to build back for sure. I've been thinking that I need to add to the team. I need to hire somebody to help me do some research and run things down and do different, different projects. So I'll probably be doing some interviews and hiring somebody that's going to be there just to help me out, but then help all of us out. Because I've got a ton of research to do on all this, and I want to check it out and see business-wise, you know, what's going to be a good thing. I'll probably, because you guys know me, I like finding the experts on different categories, business categories. So I'll probably search out maybe an expert for the camping business, find a consultant there. And so, yeah, I'll keep you informed. Thanks for the incredible ideas. I mean, this is fantastic. Thank you all.
Thanks.
Wow, an RV park, glamping, it sounds super exciting to me. But here's the thing, I've never been in this business before. I'm gonna have to check it out. Of all the things I've done, I always go through the same process. I go find somebody that's already doing it, I take their ideas, and I work to improve on those. So I'm thinking RV, glamping here at this location. I wanna find out who's doing it the best and make it even better for our customers here in the future. So follow along with me as I go do a little bit of exploring online, in person. Let's check this out.